If everybody wants to sit.
Not there. Not there.
No, these are special seats. There's a seat over here too.
Over there.
No, that's kind of in a bad spot. I'll sit right back here because I'm going to be standing here. So go ahead and. That's lovely.
Here.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
There you go.
Whoops.
Oh, no, it's okay. Yeah, just enough chairs.
Okay, so this is a little play that we threw together of Kyla's love story. It's called Sometimes Lightning Strikes When You're Out in the Middle of a Thunderstorm Looking for Love. Don't be shy.
I can't wait to see the lightning.
So we have a cast of players who will portray the happenings with absolute digital accuracy here. We have the role of Kyla New, who will be played by Caitlin Lang. We have the role
Yay, Caitlin!
Eric Hurst will be played by Hannah Dowling. Sweet. Shelley New will be played by Jenny Crabtree.
Go, Jenny!
Michelle Hurst will be played by Michaela Bloomfield.
Go, Michaela!
The role of Kyla's memory will be played by Ariel Brown. And the service meeting conductor will be Shelley Brown. And I'd like to give special thanks and blame to Shelley New for all her fabulous fact-finding. She did good. Okay, so, ready? Once upon a time, a young girl received some very valuable advice.
Kyla, never say no to a spiritual opportunity.
Okay, I like that, and I like you. We are friends. Bye.
As time passed on, our heroine found herself invited to work unassigned territory in Torrington, Wyoming. And as she looked up into her memory bubble, she heard a voice.
Never say no to a spiritual opportunity.
So she smiled knowingly and stepped through the door to her future.
Monday.
I'd like to thank everyone for coming to help us with our territory up here in Torrington. Let's make some card groups. We'll do Garrett and Michelle Herbst. You work with Shelley and Kyla New.
Tuesday.
Shelley and Kyla, you all work with Garrett and Michelle.
Wednesday.
Does anyone have special arrangements today?
I'd like to work with Kyla. Thursday.
Shelley and Kyla, you all work with Garrett and Michelle.
Friday.
Today, why don't we do Garrett and Michelle with Kyla and Shelley?
And so it was that Kyla and her mother were very much thrown together with this local brother who wore shiny suits and whose large belt buckle glimmered in the afternoon sun. And they soon found common ground.
Have you heard the movie Man from Snowy River?
That's my favorite movie.
That's my favorite movie too.
No.
And they both stared at each other in pleased disbelief. But Kyla was not looking. Boys were yuck at that point, and life kept moving on. Shelley and Kyla moved along with it. They began to miss their Wyoming friends, and at some point, Shelley and Michelle, the moms, came to an agreement.
I like you. We should be friends.
I like you too. We should totally be friends.
We should email each other.
We should totally email each other. Or maybe instant message.
We should totally instant message.
Oh, isn't it amazing how much we have in common, even though we come from completely different worlds?
Totally. Hey, are you and Kyla coming up for the party here in Torrington this weekend?
Yeah, totally.
You and Kyla should totally come and stay with us.
Okay.
And so Kyla and Shelley had a totally great time at the party. Garrett and Kyla hung out and laughed, but they had no idea of sharing anything more than pop at the movies.
Yeah, this is good pop.
Yeah,
What's this movie called again?
27 dresses.
It's pretty good, but the special effects are kind of lame.
Stamina?
And swaps soon became more, as they occasionally texted and talked and became good friends. They went to the zoo.
Wow, the zoo is really fun.
Yeah, and so are you.
And then things changed. Winter slipped right into spring, and Kyla and Shelley went to Europe. And they tripped along the Belgian lanes and visited Castle and Dell, and only two friends kept in touch closely, Garrett and Michelle.
Wow, what an amazing moment.
I know, I can't believe we're sitting here in Paris looking at the Eiffel Tower at sunset. I want to call somebody.
Who would you most want to call?
Garrett.
Here's the phone.
All over the place. The transatlantic journey came to its natural end, and Kyla returned home even lovelier than before, having successfully downloaded the Europe program on her mental hard drive. Her next adventure was the district convention. Little did she know that Garrett was thinking about her too.
Man, I'm really interested in Kyla, but I gotta find out something for myself.
You see, like all of us, Garrett had been tossed about on the stormy seas of human emotion and didn't know yet if this girl was for real. Will she treat him the same in front of her friends as that she does when they're just hanging out? But what he came to find was not what he expected.
Hey Kyla, pick me!
Baby! While Kyla passed the treating him nice in public test with flying colors, Garrett came to see that there were others, several others, who had not let Kyla's charms go unnoticed. But with a firm grasp of who he is, he turned to Shelley and said,
I'm not waiting in that line.
And so clever Garrett stood back cool and calm and observed the small and civilized three-ring circus that surrounded his dear one, and kept Shelley company until Kyla looked up and realized,
Wow, I think Garrett is what I want.
well, what can be said after such a revelation but yay for Sister Kyla and pass the chocolate chips? Boy likes girl, girl likes boy. But should they date? I'll have her mother tell you the next day.
Well, the Herbs invited us to their mountain up in Wyoming. So we accepted. So we get up on the mountain and the storm comes in. So we're trying to get down off the mountain. With the kids, you know, Garrett and Kyla go ahead. And all I remember is seeing two figures in the distance with lightning crackling all around them. Kyla pulled out her camera and took pictures of wildflowers, and Garrett stood beside her. When Kyla would duck from the lightning, Garrett would duck with her. I grabbed Tom's binoculars and I'm like, what are those two doing down there? Oh, they're just enjoying nature, they said. I don't know if it was the lightning or the pistol Garrett strapped on to protect Kyla from the rattlesnakes, but I could see my daughter had fallen in love.
So Kyla and Garrett had a perfect walk in an Alpine thunderstorm. Kyla waited in suspense, careful not to make a move, having read numerous self-help books and having had 1,582 sensible conversations with her mother. She certainly knew by then that if they were going to dance, he would have to lead. Garrett and his family came to visit the new family, and as they all felt a deep fulfillment in having found kindred spirits, our hero, Garrett Herbst, stood bravely in the Glenwood Fairy Cave with his sweetheart. He grabbed Kyla's hand and resolved in his heart that this was the one to hold on to.